Good morning. I'm heading towards the hairdresser. I don't reach there as yet, so that is why my hair is undone. Kind of rocking it like a hairstyle. Anyways, I had two topics I wanted to talk about today, but I'm just led to something else, which is a little more applicable to our lives and is an eye opener. So it's basically my experience. So I'm gonna touch on mortgage and I'm gonna touch on insurance. Now, growing up, people tell you it is good to get your house, car, etc., etc. But I'm gonna share my experience. So we're paying rent for a while, but then we are saying it makes sense we're paying rent because at the end of the day there is no end to rent basically. So we say, alright, let us try to get a mortgage instead. But we're shopping around looking at the best options, and then the one that came was the most impressive or the most reasonable per se was the going through NHT, because as a civil servant you get 6% for the life of the loan. So we jump ahead, we did that. We had to come up with about 10% of the money at the time. So because me and my husband came together and did a joint loan, I got 3 point something. That was in 2012. Now, since of late, about 3 years now since I've been getting my statements, I've been looking on the statement and I realize I still owe them 3.3. This is 6 years into it. So I'm saying something is not adding up. There is something I was to learn before I do this. So for example, there was 1 year when I paid, I think, 265,000 total. Of that, the principal was like $26,000. The insurance was even more than the principal, which was like 33 something, but 200 and odd thousand was interest. And when I look on it, when I reached the 60, I would have given them about 10 something million, and I only borrowed 3.3. I said, hold on there. When I'm looking back in terms of what the Bible says, these are some of the things, are the powers that be and the principalities, because I don't believe us struggling so much buying something for 3.3 and it will cost you $10 million at the end. And what you would realize is that for the rich people, they're going with their 3.3, and the fact that they went with their 3.3, sometimes them get discount, they get it cheaper than us. And I say, no man, I not think me want to be in this category. You understand? Paying almost 7 million in interest, far that could push you in your life. So I've been having a print them out and I paste them up on the wall and I circle the figure each year. I circle the figure, and I've been aggressively working towards trying to hit the number, pull it down, reduce it. So I wrap my head around stuff, and I'm thinking, if I had known this is how it is set up, I would have probably aggressively just sit down and probably save for a 3 or 5 years to get the money, then go out and look somewhere, because I'm caught in it now. I still owe them 3.3 and I try to find my way out. So in the back of my head, I'm thinking, all right, I need to sit down, do some sacrificial saving. Them saving the way you used to buy chicken and you buy your fish and you buy your this. But me have to go start buy some chicken bag. Probably do some tin mackerel, do some you understand, do the tin mackerel and dumpling, and just go through for 2 or 3 years straight sacrificially, because I don't believe I should be giving my money to NHT just like that. There are other people there who could benefit from some of it, you understand? That is why people can just dip in NHT anytime they feel like, because they are collecting a lot from the interest. So that is an eye opener for somebody who's looking towards getting a mortgage. I would encourage you to try and save most of the money if you can, or all of it, and then try and seek somewhere, but see if you can avoid the mortgage institutions. And I also want to touch on insurance. I had an experience that I was sharing on Facebook. So I was doing an investment for my kids, right? So I was putting like $10,000 per month. And about 8 months into it now, I say an emergency came up and I wanted some money. So I went and asked them if I could get, first of all I spoke with my broker and she said it's an investment, but you pay insurance out of it. So the 80 which I thought I would have saved was really 60, because this 75 was going towards the investment. But not only that, when I went there, them said them hold on some of the money as residual income. And me I say, what? Me not understand. No, never tell me this from the beginning. And their explanation is they are protecting me from myself, because if I went in and troubled the money before me necessarily need it, I would have been disadvantaged. So I'm saying, but insurance is set up for emergencies. You don't know, so you're telling me nothing not supposed to happen in my life before 10 years time? Because if you're gonna hold on a portion of the money, that means you are God and you know say nothing gonna go do me before 4 years time. So I was sitting there, I was so angry because I needed the money. So I thought, alright, me I go get the 60 grand then. It's 24 I got. And I said, no man, but them some are robbery and thievery. And when I look outside the amount of poor people, me just see people them sitting out there, me I say, oh God. Oh God. You know what these companies do? They take our money, they invest them. I was exposed to a foreign exchange trading thing. So they'll take your money, because you know money have value. They take your money, they do their exchange, make them profit, make a bag of money off of your money, because the value of it now is more than the next 10 years time, which is when they want to give it to you. So you would have taken it and rinsed it so many times, and then they'll give you with a little tips of interest, probably a point something, 1%. You understand? And I say, no man, these are some of the powers that be, these are some of the principalities, but we keep blaming Christianity. Say Christianity a bondage and religion a bondage, and we not see the real things that are happening in the real world. These are some of the things that are bonding us Christians. These are the things that are taking away our money. You understand? Because when you think you have $10, they might tell you say a $2 you have. So you just be careful when you're going out there and do things. Try to read the blueprint, the terms and conditions. Try to get as much information as you can before you go into some of these things. So I need to head on the road now, go do some stuff. So have a good weekend.